Hey, everybody. I wanted to walk you through the narrative essay handout. What matters most to you when choosing a major or career? So, right up front, the rough draft and peer review and final revision due dates are there for you. So we have the goal of getting most of the essay completed by September 21st, at least in rough draft form. We will follow that up with an online peer review on September 24th. The peer review will be done electronically using the Canvas system. And there I will provide you materials to show you how to do it so you're not completely lost. And then we have a final revision, which will be due that following Sunday, September 28th. So the purpose of this assignment is to help you reflect on and articulate the factors that are most important to you when choosing your major or choosing your career. So this is a type of personal narrative essay, and it'll allow you to connect your personal experiences, values with the insights gained from the things that we've been reading in class and watching in class, the discussion boards, and all of the various assignments that we've done that have kind of scaffolded and built upon each other to get to where we are right now. Understanding what matters most to you in choosing your major or your career will not only help you make informed decisions, but also enhance your self awareness and the ability to communicate your goals and values effectively. So, we have several skills as well as a body of knowledge that we will hopefully achieve. Doing this assignment, we'll be analyzing, synthesizing, writing, and revising, of course. It will also help you to become familiar with important content knowledge, right? The role of your personal values and experiences as they contribute to your decision making, the impact of external influences like family, mentors, societal expectations, as well as the practical considerations in choosing a major or a career path, such as job prospects and work-life balance. So, the tasks here, you're going to start with an introduction, and this will probably be set up more or less like a 5 paragraph essay. So we have your introduction to help capture the reader's attention, provide a little bit of background information, why it's important to you, and you'll have a clear thesis statement that outlines the main points you're going to discuss in your essay. And then a suggested format. In paragraph 1, discuss personal experiences, values, and interests that influence your decision making process when choosing your major or career. Reflect on how those factors align with the articles that you've read in class. You also want to then move to analyze the impact of external influences such as family, friends, mentors, societal expectations when it comes to choosing things. Money might be a huge factor, especially if you are in a career and you're returning to college or you're coming to college for the first time to help advance your career, or perhaps you are changing course, right? So that's where you can start to explore that as well. And then we will wind things up by considering the practical aspects of choosing a certain major or a certain career, such as job prospects, financial stability, work life balance, whatever it is that you are hoping to achieve. Reflect on how those things have shaped your thinking and decision making. And then, of course, the conclusion is going to summarize key points discussed in your essay. It will be a place where you can reflect on what you've learned about yourself and your priorities through the writing process, and then hopefully end with a thoughtful conclusion that leaves a lasting impression with the reader. Your essay, the goal here is to get to about 3 to 4 pages, roughly 800 to 1,000 words, double spaced with 1-inch margins. For your rough draft, you need to have at least half of the assignment done so that we can provide feedback for you. But I'm stressing, really try to get to at least 3 pages, if not 4. They don't have to be perfect, right? They can be rough because that's what a rough draft is. It doesn't have to be perfect on the first go. So use a readable 12-point font such as Times New Roman, and then of course follow MLA format. If you do quote from any of the articles that you read, you might need to talk to me or our tutor about how you incorporate quotes. It's not required of you, but if you do quote from someone that you've read, then it's important that you give credit where credit is due, even if we don't know how to do that yet. I can help you with it. I will point it out in my feedback on your rough draft. I do give significant formative feedback in the rough draft. So it's important that you not only know how to access that information, but that you look at it and take it into consideration when you are editing and revising for the final submission. So the criteria for success here, we have depth of reflection. So I want you to demonstrate that you've thought about your personal and external influences. Clarity and coherence will always be a key for success here. It should be a well-organized essay and put together in a logical manner. Use of examples. If you support your points with examples from articles read in class or examples from your personal experiences, that's fantastic, right? I don't want you to be generic. I want you to make it personal. And then, of course, adherence to MLA format. You want to properly format your essay and cite your sources if you use them according to MLA guidelines. And you can Google that information, or you can ask me or our tutor. And then grammar and style will be the last 10% of the assessment. Writing should be polished with attention to grammar, punctuation, and overall style. So please make sure that you submit the work by the due date above. This is just an introduction, so I'm giving you these due dates ahead of time so that you can plan accordingly. I know many of you have to juggle family and work and other classes, so I want to make sure that you have a good heads up regarding this first longer writing assignment. So this is going to be a bit longer than that introductory essay, but it does kind of dovetail with it. I know in the past, I've had several students who wrote their introductory essay and it was really very major or career focused. I haven't had that quite so much in this section, but please be aware, excuse me. But please be aware that this is a deeper dive, right? It might be similar, but it's an opportunity for you to go and dig a little bit deeper and to be a little more elaborative in your writing. So this is not due in week 3. It will be due the next week, but I wanted to give you enough of a heads up so that you can plan accordingly. Okay, take care, everybody.